Welcome back to the cryptoworld channel, everyone. My name is Josh, and right now, Bitcoin is continuing to struggle at this massive area of resistance here in the short term. But while this is happening in the price of Bitcoin, we're continuing to see more and more liquidity building above the price of Bitcoin that we need to pay attention to, potentially revealing the next price target moving forward. So I'll be talking about that in just a moment, alongside Ethereum, which is also still struggling and rejecting from this major resistance in the short term, alongside XRP doing the same, struggling and rejecting from this significant line of resistance, at least in the short term. So I'll be talking about all of that and more later in the video, so definitely watch to the end. First of all, starting off on the weekly Bitcoin price chart, and I'll keep this quick because not much has changed over the last one day, especially on the larger timeframes here. So right now, the super trend indicator is still sitting in the red, and of course, we're still playing out a massive bearish divergence on the weekly Bitcoin price chart, which means overall, if we're talking about the longer term trends, the multi-month trend, obviously still not looking good here, still not in the clear yet, but we have hit oversold, and we're now playing out an oversold signal in the weekly Bitcoin RSI, which means at least over the next few weeks, 2 to 4 weeks perhaps, we could likely see a little more of a relief here, which means either a slight bullish relief or maybe just some choppy sideways price action remaining range bound as a likely scenario over the next few weeks or so. But remember, that does not necessarily guarantee that the exact bottom is in, the final bottom is in, because for example, the last time we saw that signal was back around June, July 2022. And yes, over the next few weeks, we did see a decent relief, but ultimately we still had one more leg towards the downside still to go in terms of the larger bearish trend or bear market. And if we're taking a look at the 3-day Bitcoin price chart, once again, the longer term trend technically still bearish, but the short to mid-term is that we're still playing out this relief as expected, mostly bouncing around relatively sideways, but slightly leaning towards the bullish direction is ultimately my prediction still moving forward right now. It's not changed for over a month. Obviously, it's still perfectly playing out here, and I continue to expect this price action at least over the coming days or weeks as a very likely scenario. But obviously, as the price of Bitcoin is playing out this relief, a slight little bullish movement over the last 1 month or so, we need to be aware of areas of resistance where the price would likely struggle at or reject from. For example, this area right here in between 72,000 to 76,000. So basically in the low to mid 70k area, expect a lot of resistance in this area, as we have already been seeing over the last 1 to 2 weeks or so. And if we're taking a look at the 4-hour Bitcoin price chart, looking at the very short-term moves, obviously just over the last 1 day or so, we perfectly started to struggle at this major resistance here that I've been warning about for a long time now on the channel, for over a month now on the channel, perfectly started to struggle at this major resistance here. And then once again, right now, we're simply just back in this previous shorter-term sideways price range during the much larger sideways price range that we've been in for over a month. And so basically continue to expect a lot of support here in between around 69,000 to 69.5k if the price gets back down there, and continue to expect a lot of resistance, especially in the low to mid 70k area. So really starting at around 71 to 72,000, start to expect strong resistance around there on the price chart. And obviously in my last video that I posted just yesterday, I said my exact prediction for the next 24 hours. I said this yesterday. I said we're most likely going to show a bit of weakness, kind of just lacking bullish momentum, playing out obviously this rejection, struggling at this resistance. And over the last 1 day, that's exactly what we saw. But like I also said recently here on the channel, I don't necessarily expect a massive crash all the way back down, just because we're seeing a bit of weakness right now and struggling at resistance. Obviously, just because we run into resistance, it doesn't necessarily mean we're going to have a huge crash. For example, right here, yes, we saw a bit of a rejection in the short term, but ultimately we bounce back up within the next 1 to 2 days or so. And over the last half a week to almost 1 week now, what has been helping the price of Bitcoin with any short-term bullish move has typically been liquidity building above the price of Bitcoin, and then simply the price of Bitcoin moving towards where that liquidity is sitting at to wipe out those areas of liquidity that's building above the price. And if we're taking a look at the Bitcoin liquidation heat map, we now have a new area of liquidity that we need to pay attention to that's building above the price of Bitcoin, which is sitting at around 74.2k to 74.4k. So just above 74,000, obviously, we have major liquidity now building there. And once again, the last time we had liquidity building above the price, that was just a few days ago, around 3 days days ago, give or take, we had liquidity building at roughly 72,000, just under 72,000, when the price was well below that area, down towards around $70,000, give or take. And then, of course, we moved towards the upside, towards that exact level of liquidity to wipe out that level. So as always, no such thing as a 100% guarantee, but usually the price of Bitcoin tends to move towards where we have a lot of liquidity to wipe out those levels. In other words, this is a price target to at least pay attention to keep in mind. Once again, just above 74,000, around 74.2K to 74.4K. And so my exact prediction now, moving forward in the short term, just for the next 1 or 2 days, is most likely still kind of lacking bullish momentum, but within the next 1 to 2 days, we're likely going to head back up into this area of resistance to see another test of this resistance here to try to take out this liquidity within the next few days. So not necessarily within the next couple of hours, but within the next 2 to 3 days, potentially, we'll try to move up towards this liquidity right here. Is a very likely scenario. Once again, no guarantees, but then once again, as we're moving into this area of resistance, especially in between 72 to 76,000, that is the area where we are most likely going to struggle at or possibly see rejections from. And so basically what I'm saying is within the next couple of days, as a very likely scenario, expect the price to see another retest into this area of resistance here, and then somewhere in this area, whether it's just before the liquidity or maybe just after we take out the liquidity, especially around 74 to 75,000, expect the price to struggle a lot around that area. So once again, not necessarily in the next 1 or 2 hours, but within the next couple of days, we'll likely see something similar to that play out in the short term here. But remember, despite seeing short-term bullish moves and short-term bearish moves, overall, we're still in this larger sideways price range, as we can see right here, that we've been in for over a month, which is occurring within a much larger multi-month bearish trend. So as always, understand the difference between the different time frames, the short term, the mid-term, and of course, the longer term. And obviously, if you want to trade any of these moves in the price of any crypto, you need to be set up ready to go on a crypto exchange. And if you use the first link below the video in the description and in the pinned comment, that first link below this video will take you to this page right here over on the 2bit crypto exchange, which by the way is a no KYC exchange and is an exchange that I personally use myself from time to time. And simply just by using that first link below the video, once again, it'll take you to this page where you can take advantage of up to 3.5 million USDT in a prize pool right here for 2bit's 3rd birthday event, where simply just by trading crypto, you can potentially take away a massive portion of this prize pool. And on top of that, if you use the link below the video to make your 2bit account, there's also exclusive bonuses that are only available if you're using that first link below the video to actually make your 2bit account. As you can see right here, just by trading crypto, you could also get up to an extra 200 USDT in actual withdrawable stablecoins just simply by trading crypto. So obviously, if you're going to be trading crypto anyway or preparing to take the next trading opportunity, you might as well check this out. Take advantage of this. Once again, first link below the video. And remember, 2bit is also a no KYC exchange. But with that being said, taking a quick look at the Bitcoin dominance chart on the daily time frame, and right now the Bitcoin dominance is still just bouncing around relatively sideways on the price chart, so not a lot has changed here over the last 1 day. Ultimately, this is still telling us that a lot of the altcoin market on average is still likely going to perform very similar to whatever Bitcoin does, at least in the short to midterm here. And if we're taking a look at Ethereum on the 3-day time frame, obviously right now the price of ETH looks very similar to Bitcoin on the 3-day time frame, which means once again longer term multi-month trend technically still bearish, but the short to midterm is that we're still playing out this oversold signal as predicted, playing out mostly sideways price action, bouncing around sideways, but slightly leaning towards the bullish direction, very similar to what we saw back here, which I have been making that comparison for almost every day for over a month now on the channel. So all of that still playing out as predicted. And if we're taking a look at the daily Ethereum price chart, obviously right now we're continuing to bounce in this exact range here in between this support and this resistance. First of all, we still have a lot of support at just above 1.8k, more specifically around 1820, and we have a lot of resistance in between around 2150 to 2250. And if we're zooming further into the short term, taking a look at the 4-hour Ethereum price chart, once again we could see this resistance here, which is really the lower half of this area of resistance that I just mentioned on the daily time frame in between roughly 2150 to 2.2k. And so once again, that's exactly where we've seen multiple pretty much perfect rejections from over the last 1 month. In fact, for over a month, we've been seeing major rejections and a lot of struggle around this area on the price charts, especially around 2.1k, 2.2k. Once again, expect a lot of struggle around that area on the price chart. That's where we are most at risk, at least in the short term, of some sort of pullback happening, at least in the short term moves for Ethereum. But remember, at least for now, despite seeing short-term bearish moves and short-term bullish moves, overall, we're still just bouncing around relatively sideways in a range at the moment. That is still the situation for Ethereum. And as for support to watch out for, we do have a bit of support here based on previous resistance flipping into support, and that's sitting at roughly around 2070 to 2080 approximately. So expect some short-term support around there. And if we break below 2070 in that situation, expect more support at close to 2000, around 2000 to 2010 as another short-term level of support to watch out for. And below that, I would also expect significant support in this area in the short term, sitting in between 1910 to 1930. And once again, as I said just a moment ago earlier in this video, Ethereum, along with a lot of altcoins, will still likely perform very similar to whatever Bitcoin does in the short term, which means obviously if my Bitcoin prediction is at some stage within the next couple of days, we'll see another retest of this resistance here as a very likely scenario. It means that it's very likely going to also play out something similar for Ethereum here in the short term. Once again, not necessarily right this instant, but within the next couple of days, start to expect as a likely scenario, just some sort of slight little relief, trying to move back up towards this resistance. But then once again, as we get closer towards this resistance, especially if we enter back into the area of resistance, expect a lot of struggle and likely rejections from around that area. And if we're taking a look at XRP on the weekly time frame, obviously the longer term multi-month trend technically still bearish, but right now in the shorter term, we're still running into and still holding this crucial area of support here, which is still sitting at $1.30 to $1.40. So obviously not much has changed here over the last 1 day. In fact, I've been talking about this area of support and targeting $1.30 to $1.40 since the price was well above $2 many months ago. I was talking about this major area of support as a significant price target. And if we're taking a look at the 4-hour time frame for the price of XRP, looking at the very short-term moves, obviously right now, just like a lot of the market, we are relatively range bound, just bouncing around between support and resistance, at least in the short term, playing out both short-term bullish moves and of course short-term bearish moves, bouncing from support, rejecting from resistance. So once again, we still have a lot of support in this area in between roughly $1.30 to $1.35, and we have a lot of resistance at around $1.44 to $1.45. And just over the next 1 to 2 days, there's a likely scenario start to expect just a slight little relief in the shorter term, similar to Bitcoin and Ethereum. Once again, if Bitcoin, for example, plays out some sort of retest back into this area of resistance, expect something similar for XRP. But then once again, continue to expect a lot of struggle around these areas of resistance. And if we're taking a look at Solana on the 3-day time frame, once again, the longer term multi-month trend technically still bearish, but the short to mid-term situation is that we're still bouncing around in this range, slightly leaning towards the bullish direction, still playing out this oversold signal in the 3-day Solana RSI. So right now, we still have strong support at around $75 to $80 and strong resistance starting at close to $95. And if we're zooming further into the short term, taking a look at the 4-hour Solana price chart, obviously, once again, we have short-term resistance, strong resistance sitting in between around $88.70 to $90.70. And as for support to watch out for, we do have a bit of support here based on previous resistance flipping into support, which is sitting at roughly around $86.70. And below that, we have more support at around $84.50 to $85, give or take. And below that, I would expect more support at $81.50 and major support in this area in between $75 to $78. And as for what is most likely going to happen for the price of Solana right now, just follow my Bitcoin analysis and other altcoin analysis to figure out what is very likely going to happen moving forward, which does suggest as a likely scenario within the next 1 or 2 days, start to expect a move back up towards this resistance for another test of the resistance. But then once again, as we start to enter into that area, expect the price to struggle and likely reject from around these areas of resistance. And if we're taking a look at Chainlink on the 3-day time frame, it's a very similar situation here. So I'll keep this quick. Obviously, the longer term trend technically still bearish, but the short to mid term, we're still in this range right here, bouncing between support and resistance, playing out an oversold signal, which means we're slightly leaning towards the bullish direction. Right now, we still have strong support in between 790 to 850 and strong resistance in between $9.50 to $10. And once again, in the immediate short term for the next couple of days, we're likely going to follow very similar price action to whatever Bitcoin and Ethereum, etc. does in the short term. And once again, if you want to trade any of these moves in the price of any crypto, get set up ready to go using those links below the video to those exchanges if you want to take advantage of massive bonuses that are only available using those links to certain exchanges like 2bit, for example. And if you want to actually know how you can trade these moves no matter what direction the price goes, then make sure to watch these videos popping up right here on your screen, because the video in the top left shows you how you can profit from bullish or bearish price action using long positions or short positions, and the video in the bottom left shows you how you can easily profit from choppy sideways price action. But anyway, that is everything that I have to say for today. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.